Scientists recently discovered that cats experience loneliness exactly the same way humans do, and most owners have absolutely no idea it's happening. But what's even more shocking is this. Your cat has developed secret ways to tell you exactly how they feel. And they've been doing it every single day. Today I'm going to show you those moments, caught on camera, and by the end of this video, I'll reveal one fact about your cat's emotional brain that will completely change how you see them forever. Stay until the end, because the last thing will genuinely surprise you. Every single morning, something happens in millions of homes around the world. A door closes, footsteps fade, an engine starts, and a cat, sitting on the windowsill, watches their person leave. Then the waiting begins. No TV, no conversation, no movement in the house, just silence and the memory of the person who was just there. We see it in one video. A cat sitting by the door, completely still, from the moment her owner left for work to the second she came back home. She didn't eat much, didn't play, just waited. When the door finally opened, she ran, not walked.
Ran.
Because for a cat, the moment their person comes home isn't just nice. It's the moment their whole day was building toward. There's a reason men and cats get along so well. They are, at their core, the exact same creature. Both convinced they don't need anyone. Both secretly desperate for attention. Both willing to cause complete chaos just to get someone to look at them. Watch any video of a man and his cat together, and you'll see it immediately. The cat watches the cup game, intensely, seriously, like it's the most important thing happening on Earth. The man covers himself with a blanket. The cat loses its mind. Not because anything bad happened, but because his person disappeared for 3 seconds. You don't like it when daddy's all covered up. The blanket comes off. Cat immediately relaxes. That's not a cat being dramatic. That's a cat who genuinely cannot stand being separated from their person, even by a blanket. Some of the most honest conversations happening in homes right now are between cats and their owners. Not because cats speak English, but because they've learned something even more powerful. They've learned tone. Ravioli the cat hears his owner say it's bedtime. He screams. Not a small meow, a full, dramatic, operatic scream that roughly translates to 1 more hour, please. I'm not tired. Ziggy the cat has developed a sound so intense, so deeply unsettling, that his owner genuinely considered calling a priest. And then there's the cat who, completely unprompted, looked her owner dead in the eyes and said, "Hello." Clear, deliberate, perfectly timed. Her owner stopped, stared. "You just said hello." The cat blinked slowly and looked away, like it was nothing. Is this cat even a real cat? Honestly? Good question. Let's talk about the one topic every cat has strong opinions about.
Food.
Are you hungry? How about some tuna? Watch what happens when those words are said. The transformation is immediate. A cat who is half asleep, completely unbothered, suddenly becomes the most alert creature in the room. But here's what's interesting. It's never really just about the food. One owner was on the phone with her mom, telling her she hadn't eaten yet, that she was super hungry. Her cat, listening from across the room, walked over and sat down directly in front of her. "Do you want a treat?" the owner asked. The cat immediately looked away. "Sure. I'm talking to Grandma." These animals are listening. Always. To everything. They know the word treat. They know the word hungry. They know the word walk. They know the word vet, which is why you have to spell it out. Food isn't just survival for cats. Food is how they measure safety, how they measure trust. A cat who eats eagerly in your presence is a cat who believes, completely, that they are safe with you. Every household with a cat has the same dynamic. You think you're in charge. You are not in charge. There is a manager. There has always been a manager. And the manager has 4 paws and strong opinions about everything. That's the manager. He's the manager. The manager decides when it's playtime. The manager decides when it's bedtime. The manager decides whether your hair looks acceptable today and will fix it themselves if it doesn't. The manager sits on your laptop during important meetings. The manager knocks things off tables to test gravity and your patience. The manager demands to sit on your lap the exact moment you need to stand up. And somehow you let them. Every single time. Because the moment that tiny creature chooses your lap, your chest, your shoulder, something in you goes completely soft. There is no logical explanation for why a small furry animal has this much power over grown adults. And yet, here we are. Cats are easy to decode, unless you leave them alone. Then good luck. But spend enough time with them and a pattern emerges. Every scream has a meaning. Every stare has a purpose. Every slow blink carries weight. Can you sit for me? Can you sit properly? The cat tilts their head, adjusts their position, looks at their owner with the energy of someone who absolutely knows what's being asked and is deciding whether to cooperate. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. And just like that, the cat cooperates, not because they were trained, but because something in that voice told them this was a safe moment. Light, silly conversations like this, a human talking to a cat who cannot technically respond, do something real to us. They make life softer. And cats know this. Somehow, instinctively, they know that their presence, their chaos, their demands, their random screaming at 3 a.m., it fills something in us that nothing else can. Here's what all of these moments have in common. Nobody trained these cats to wait by the door. Nobody taught Ravioli to scream at bedtime. Nobody told Ziggy to sound like a supernatural event. Nobody coached the cat to say hello at exactly the right moment. They just did. Because that's what cats do when they feel safe, loved, and completely at home. They show up. Fully. Loudly. Chaotically. Beautifully. The cat who watches the cup game, genuinely invested in the outcome. The cat who can't handle a blanket between him and his person. The cat who sat by a phone call pretending not to listen, then walked over anyway. These animals chose their humans. Every single day, they make that choice again. Not because they have to, not because they were trained to, but because somewhere along the way, you became their safe place. And here is what I promised you at the beginning. A study published by researchers at Oregon State University found that cats form secure attachments to their owners, the exact same attachment style that human infants form with their mothers. They tested this by putting cats in an unfamiliar room with their owner, then having the owner leave, then return. 64% of cats showed the same secure attachment response as human babies when their mother returns. They weren't just happy to see their owner. Their entire nervous system, their stress hormones, their heart rate, their breathing, all of it regulated the moment their person walked back into the room. Your cat doesn't just love you. You are literally their safe place. Their nervous system depends on you. Their emotional stability is connected to your presence. So, the next time your cat screams at you for no reason, waits by the door all day, or refuses to let you exist under a blanket, remember, that's not neediness. That's love. The deepest kind. The kind that doesn't need words. Drop your cat's name in the comments. Tell me one thing they do that makes absolutely no sense, but melts your heart anyway.